When it comes on to decision making, I consider Proverbs 3, verse 5 to be the most potent one. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path." And your rhema for today is consult him first. It is human to act first, then inquire later, especially when we have options at our fingertip. The more options we have, the less availability it is for God to move in our life. The less options we have, the more availability we have for God to show up and move in our lives. You might say God is your first choice every time, but let me ask, when you're in difficulties, who normally comes to mind first to ask for help? When you're in a financial crisis, who do you call first to rescue? Who do you normally rely on for comfort in time of grief and loneliness? The first person who comes to mind is normally your first option. Think of the patriarch Abraham. His option was limited as he was told to leave his country, leave his associates, leave his family, which he did. And at this point, he had no other choice than to rely on God. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had one of two options: to bow down, worship the pagan god, or to trust in Yahweh. Whether it is in time of joy or trouble, our first option of choice is to trust God and bring our plans to Him. Again, I say, the more options we have, the less availability it is God to move in our life. The less options we have, the more availability we make or we have for God to show up and move in our lives.